Pow Wow, yo, yippee, yay. This is Pow number 1 and I'm super excited to be with you guys. If this is the first time you're about to listen to this show or watch this show, well, warm welcome to yourself. In the Pow Wow, what we always do, we try to uncover the biggest mysteries and the biggest opportunities within the crypto industry. We talk obviously about SwissBorg community, the love that we have for the community, and we talk about what are the involvements within the network. As for people that do know me, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. And in today's content, besides saying Happy New Year to all of you beautiful Borgers, we're going to talk about 4 big topics that are really, really cool. We're talking about the MEX upgrade, which is a new thing about SwissBorg. We're talking about BorgPad. We're going to talk that as well about the rebranding of Thematics, which is about to be the crypto bundles. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the 10 best picks of crypto of 2025. This will unveil you my personal best choices and discover why. Before that, let's talk about what happened last week. Last week, obviously, it was a wrap of the year 2024, which was quite crazy. In Q4 only, we listed 61 tokens, which was really amazing. And we did a lot of great things with that. As you guys know, for the love of the community, we always have memes, and we're going to have more and more memes. Borg 2025, Oliver Twist is going to need a much bigger bowl because there's a lot of things that are going to be unveiled, and that is for sure. Thanks for those who are participating in. We will have now weekly meme contest on Twitter, on X, so please may take part of it, and you might win a nice Borg prize. Question of the week goes to the crypto bundles. What is the big change? We will unveil this right now. So Rakash, please tune in. You will figure out what's the big difference between the thematics and the crypto bundles. Now let's get into the markets. So the markets, as we could see, we were flirting around with essentially the 95 to 105 in the last 3 weeks or so. We just got back to break again the 100,000, which is a really psychological big thing. That's Bitcoin's over 100K. It's crazy to think about that, especially that I bought it at first time was at $1,100. So that's pretty much 100x almost when you think about it. What we have to see here is that the halving is far away, and these cycles usually is a good way to show what's the end of the cycle. And I think so it goes quite well with the macro picture as well, which thinks that this bull run is gonna probably go until Q4 this year, 2025. So we still have a lot of space to move. The new indication now, such as Vanek and many people believe it's going to go to 200K. My case is the bearish case we'll go to 138. The medium case is that we will go to 200K, and the bull case would be over 250. And what I want to like to know to introduce as well is for those who just BTC limit orders, it's really nice. The entry zone right now is 95,600. So this is pretty much a good entry zone. If there's a major pullback that happens, then it could go around 88,000. These are really I would say the main supports that we have, and the take profits on the short term could be 103,000 euros, or it could be 115,000 if you look more at the midterm. So these are the support and the resistance that you could trade right now with order limits within the SwissBorg app. Great thing is that Borg is really hot right now. Things are pumping. Obviously, there's been the release of Solana ID, which was a big thing for that, but there's more other tokens to be done. We talk about Momade right after. The resistance right now, there's one at 39 cents, and then pretty much it's a free float to 60 cents. So I think this is something that's very important that we will probably unveil is with the great news coming in and people getting more into the SwissBorg app and through BorgPad and more narratives around the Borg token, there is a lot of good surprises that I think so they're going to blow up this beautiful Borg tokens to all-time highs. Right now, we have really this main resistance right now is 39 cents. We've been playing with it. As soon as we break it, we'll probably discover a nice high from that. So looking forward to this one. A lot of green. The crypto green index is right now at 66, so it's not too crazy. The alt season is not pumping too much. Nevertheless, memes have been doing extremely well. As you can see, SPX, Sigma, many, essentially even Dodge plus 20%. It's a lot. Memes are strong, coming in with strong back in 2025. So now this is all you guys have been waiting for. The top 10 tokens that I chose. What is very important whenever I do any analysis back in the days with stocks, from 2007 to 2016, or from 16 with crypto to today, I always had a top down to bottom up approach. This is my best way. And when I say top down, is I break out the world by macro perspective, so macroeconomic perspective. So what I usually look at is liquidity. The more the Federal Reserve and other reserve banks cut their rates, the more they cut rates, the more there's an injection of liquidity, the more people get to buy stocks and crypto, more they goes to eventually to euphoria. And then after this euphoria, things goes a little bit sideways. And then eventually, the Federal Reserve and other central banks want to limit inflation. And what they do eventually is that they start hiking rates, so bringing back rates, and people move out the liquidity from the risky assets to more safer assets. And this is when bear markets happen. So this is the top-down approach. And on top of that macro approach that I do is that I look at the markets as sectors, and then I try to find out who are the best sectors. And as we know, every cycle, there's different narratives. I try to, on this one, be more a global, I would say, type of sector. So I looked at most sectors here. And the 7 sectors that I like to play is always blockchains, because at the end, we still don't know which blockchain is going to be the winning one, right? Then I look into the main application, I think so, of crypto today, which is still decentralized financial applications. So DeFi is something I strongly believe will have a huge comeback in 2025. I look into DePIN, because DePIN is something that's very nice. DePIN, DeScience as well, but right now it's really DePIN, I think so, which is very interesting. Real world assets, because at the end you could tokenize anything, and it gives lots of opportunities to many people to get exposure to these great investments. Gaming, we're 8 billion people on the planet, 8 billion on the planet, 7 billion have access to the internet, and I think so half of them are essentially gamers. SocialFi, I did not put it yet there because I will explain you why. Gaming, obviously something big. AI agents and memes. And I think that memes is the SocialFi movement that we've been talking about for now. It's really creating those cults around it. And AI agents is just a better way to look into essentially memes. So this is really what I think I'll play. So the 6 and the 7 is pretty much the same thing. So it's pretty much 6 sectors, I would say, to make it clear. And now, how do you get to really find the best ones? I usually have the same methodology, which is the 5 Ps. I look for price, compare the tokens, compare of their peers, and I try to see if it makes sense or not. Number 2 is the people behind the teams, and who, what's their track record. Then I look at product. Do they have a product and how cool it is? Then I look at promotion. So what type of growth scale they have on X or on Telegram or in the regular traditional world, right? And number 5, the perks, like what are the utilities of the tokens? Because some tokens have strong utilities, some people don't. And when you have better utilities to a token, there's a very stronger chances that eventually this will be used for not speculation purpose, but as well for using it. So here you go, guys. I came up with these 10 tokens. These 10 tokens are really, for me, the ones that have a huge chance to really perform extremely well. I did not put Bitcoin because I think that, Bitcoin will still perform well and is still a big portion of my portfolio, but I wouldn't be investing it today, to be honest. It's at 100K, as I said, best case scenario, you're at 150%, and that's good, but it's not great enough, right? You need at least 2-3x, I would say, to really be invested into something in crypto within a year to make a great performance. So this is not part of it. However, obviously, if you have Bitcoin, you should keep it. So here are the top tokens. I'm not going to dig dive in all of them one by one in this video. I will definitely do that in the upcoming videos and talk about each token, what I strongly believe in it. But I'll just mention the ones one by one quickly here. So the first one obviously is the Borg token. It's on my neck, it's on my heart, it's in my brain. I've been working 8 years intensively to try to bring Borg to the next chapters, and building this with you guys right now with co-writing the white paper, which is amazing. This is probably the first initiative that is really truly representing the brains, the swarming intelligence of all the Borgers that are behind it, and the love and the passion that has it. So it's really a community token that really embraces the worlds of DeFi and takes the best as well of CeFi. It really is, the heart of the MEX that we can talk about a little bit later. It has so much to do now with BorgPad and how you list it versus these best tokens. BorgPad, which is on fire, and all these projects that have gone through BorgPad are doing extremely well. So couldn't be more glad about that. Decentralized governance around the token, about the referendums and the chapters that we were writing of the new white paper, which is amazing. Obviously the premiums and the discounts that you get with it, and then the higher experience with the Borger ranks, and much more to come in the future. And last but not least, the Borg utility of building these crypto bundles and taking part into any price action within the SwissBorg ecosystem. So for this, obviously the Borg token is great. The price right now, it's we're less than 400 million market cap. At the highest, we're at 1.6 billion, so that is 4x to get to there. Obviously, this is just the all-time high of last season. We could go much higher than that. The big goal is to arrive to $10, but we'll cover the Borg on a total entire session next week on the Borg itself. Pick number 2 is Ethereum. Ethereum is obviously the top 2 token. The market cap, if you look at it, it's huge. It's $500 billion almost. But if you look at all times high, we're very far from. Actually, it's very interesting to see that we were almost at the same, because that means it created much more than that. That's very interesting. But we're still not at all times high, which was $4,700. The big thing about Ethereum has been the queen of crypto. There's no doubt about that. Seeing Ethereum at 10,000 and in this cycle makes completely sense. A lot of people have been playing against it. A lot of people have been shorting it. After Bitcoin, Ethereum is today the World Wide Web, the Web3 version. Obviously Solana has done a lot to take the image spot from it, but it's still today, if you look in terms of TVL, it's the highest chain. If you look at all DeFi applications, they're really on Ethereum itself. There's all these layer 2s as well that are on top of it that make it a little bit more complicated and make the user experience a bit complicated. I do agree on that one. And I don't think so that was a smart move, to be honest. I thought they should have done something a bit different. I think so there. But anyways, going back to Ethereum, I strongly believe this is going to be a top pick of this current market. And you're going to pay back to the best, which is Ethereum today. Number 3 pick is Solana. Solana could definitely go to 600, 700 in this cycle if memes continue to grow there, because the more memes, the more Solana you have to essentially lock it versus that. So it's just a complete buying pressure constantly when you're creating these different tokens, and this thing's not stopping. So it's really huge there. There's obviously DeFi into it. There's a lot of perps tradings, DEX on it. The DEXs are doing great too. There is as well deepening projects on it. There's games. It really has brought from a huge ecosystem, but it's still definitely driven a lot through memes. Solana has done a great job on institutional level too. And, it's just a great user experience chain that brings a lot of great projects to be built on it. BorgPad is on it. Obviously this is something that we strongly believe. The MEX obviously has been built on Solana, which is huge for us, and now it really enables us to be independent and front run the sexes and get out of these cartels. So it really believes in decentralization and great technology, a great framework, a great community, great projects that are behind it. So this is the reason why I believe that Solana is a top pick for 2025. Number 4 is AVAX. AVAX, I strongly believe that Avalanche has been one of the blockchain that today is on the 11th of CoinMarketCap. The market cap is 17 billion, so it's actually quite big. 30 billion in terms of FDV though. The price in the previous was 3x this. So, you could see very well Avalanche trading at 200 in this cycle. If things go extremely well, if not, we could revisit the all-time high of 127, but that's still a 3x compared to what's today. What I like about Avalanche is that they've developed their seed chain, which is good, but they're going to do something much better than that. Their DeFi ecosystem is quite nice. With SwissBorg, we've done already cool things like for Google Pool, but there's much more to be done, and they have different dexes there. LFG is one of them. Then you have as well Mangolo Exchange, Google Pool, you have Colony Lab. So you have a lot of nice DeFi, I would say, protocols there that are doing some good job. You have as well, of course, some games that are being built on it, and a lot of gamers are looking forward to these games to unveil. So like Sharpnail is one of the big ones, but there are other ones that are being played. The Avalanche community is a smart one. There's really like these smart professors out of the US, but elsewhere as well, that are building this Avalanche. And with how Ava Labs is now becoming more and more, let's say, corporate in a way that it builds a good framework to launch great projects. And I think so this could be a great thing within this huge cycle. And this is the reason why I believe that, Avalanche is definitely a big one. Now let's talk about Aave. Aave, I've been invested since 2017. So Aave today is, it's really the GOAT, right? The GOAT there, where you really have, it's like 25 billion or more there, if I'm not mistaken. 29 billion of assets. It's just huge. It's just crazy when you think about it. There's almost 30 billion of asset. That's bigger than most banks that you have here in Europe on their balance sheet. So this is really something that you see it's here to stay, right? Do they have competitors? Yeah, Camino is a great one for Solana. Morpho that we're working with is a great one as well. But the good thing, and I think both of those tokens are great, Morpho and Camino, but Aave is still the GOAT, and they will not move from here. They'll be here forever. There are real decentralized governance behind it. It's one of the only, I would say, DeFi protocol that has a real business model that's making great amount of money. If you look at the all-time high, which was the past, it was 569. The total market cap, today it's a bit at 6 billion. Can you see this at 20 billion from now? Yeah, we're at $1,000. This is completely possible. And we're at 5 billion. Sorry. And it would be justifiable because, well, today it is the biggest lending. And what they're doing with other different DeFi protocols, they're integrating more and more other protocols that work well with them. They're on all the different EVM chains. Strongly believe that this is the one to keep and to see. Number 6 is Helium. So if you guys don't know Helium has been most probably one of the most interesting decentralized physical infrastructure network. They have 5G networks. They have essentially IoTs. It went in the previous cycle to 51. We're only trading at 6 right now, which is which is a huge discount. The FDV is only at 1.3 billion. This could pop easily to 5 billion, so to $30 or even more if we believe that this will go to higher than all-time highs, which is 51. So that is 9x pretty much from what is today. So this is still a great play. I believe it's on Solana network, so that's a good one too about the Solana ecosystem. And yeah, strongly believe in that one. Number 7 is Waifu. So if we look at Waifu, if you guys don't know what Waifu is, it's a really interesting one. It's meme tokens with AI agents, and I think so. This is definitely the future of memes. They build on top of Pump.farm. They've been doing great things with A16Z. Only for nerd tokens, they have built essentially Anime Car Brands, which is already a 72 million. And the only way to essentially be able to use Twitter, Discord, Telegram, and whatsoever, you have to have Waifu tokens. So the Waifu tokens, it's a payment token that enables anyone to launch a token and then use these AI agents in a different way. And you could train them and all that with the Waifu tokens. So this is something that's really cool. This is the second version of Waifu. The team behind it has the Solana Foundation and everything that has been following them for some time. So I think so that's definitely a cool thing. And you see just a lot of more tokens that are being built and have a nice market cap. So this is obviously high risk because, it's 89 million market cap, but I really like it. I really think so. It's cool. It is the new breed of meme coins, which I strongly believe is important in this cycle. If we go to number 8 is MakerDAO. If you don't know what MakerDAO is, MakerDAO has been one of the biggest DeFi protocol, period. They created a decentralized stablecoin, the first one that never died compared to most of the other ones. But they have as well, they're really now more on the real world asset as well, because you have money markets that you could get out of it. You get to get good, nice, essentially yield out of them. And there's much more that is being built on MakerDAO. The good thing about Maker is it had already a good year last year. It had a nice correction too. If you look from last cycle, it was at 5,000. We're at 1,600. So that's, again, a 3x from there. And I think it's a good, much higher than 1.5 billion of market cap that it has today. And again, it's a bit like Aave. It's these fundamental, solid plays. It's almost the same, years that SwissBorg. And I like those older plays because you want to go on new things, on new tokens that are coming out of new market trends, right? So AI agents, you need something new, but the more fundamental you want to bet on Aave, you want to bet on MakerDAO, you want to bet on essentially Borg token, because we've been in these multiple cycles, and DeFi it's a very long-term play. It's something that you change eventually the world on a very long-term basis, not on a very short-term basis, because it's one of the biggest thing in the world, right? DeFi, it's about the whole financial industry. So I like to play older. There's less upside, but it's better plays for me, I think so. 2 more tokens to go. There's SwissBorg and Borgi, and obviously there's a bias about that. Why SwissBorg? I just think the team is amazing. I think that they've been running it extremely well. The market cap is 52 million right now. They've done extremely well last year. We saw that massive pump, right? From, I think so, it was like 3 cents, if I remember correctly. Yeah, something, 4 or 5 cents, 5 cents, and went up to 30 cents. I just bought some more SwissBorg tokens myself today, actually. I think it's a great project. I think so. They've been really good at building this identity around it. around the gaming. They've been able to really win all the great tournaments. They've been building on Arbitrum, but as well on Sui, so they really got their hands in the right thing. The launchpad that they had was really cool. Their NFT did well. It's just a team that delivers constantly, and you see right now everyone's talking about essentially how they're building this and how you could build your avatar and your identity within it. So it really has this social fi thing, and it's really good. And then if you look at then compared to other ones, there's still a lot of room for improvement. So yeah, I think that it's a great company. It's great people. It's a great mission, and obviously it's our brothers and sisters there. So I couldn't only say hats off to them, and I'm very confident about them in this next season. Last but not least, let's talk about our dear Borgie. Borgie has started great, went crazy from 1 million to 60 million. It dropped now to 20 million. The team has Borgers that are behind, right? It's people that really care about yourself. It's people that really care about doing something different. I'll be talking to them in this week about the roadmap and how they're developing it. I want to unveil more than that, but I know that there's a lot of cool things. They have been able to make some revenues as well, which is really great to make sure that the project will live and be able to sustain itself. So I'm looking really forward to how Borgie is going to unveil their roadmap and how they're going to be just more than just a meme. If you want to check out my portfolio in real time, this is my portfolio here. This is a bit what I say. This is not my only portfolio. This is just one of my portfolios. But you could see all in real time what these different tokens are. And this is within the SwissBorg app, so there's definitely a lot of tokens. There are a few that I did not cover, such as Live Peer and Pepe. I think I'm going to take essentially... I'm going to sell them very soon, very shortly. Ether is a great one too. Uniswap, Chiliz, and Sandbox, still believe as well. Arbitrum too. But the ones I really did talk about are the ones I believe the most in for this next cycle. And right now, if you look, I do have a core position that represents 60%, and then 40% of satellites, or a little bit less, maybe 20. So it's 44 knots per now. Yeah, it's less. So I have 80-20 right now as we speak. So core 80% and 20%. This is more satellite positions. So the core that I'll probably take, I'll take some profit on some of them, but the satellite I'll probably be removing most of it going forward. Now, there's more about the product update. The Smarter Engine, we're about to unveil what's going to be crazy about it, how this is going to change, again, the era of SwissBorg. I couldn't get more excited. This was a year and a half ago. I said, this is going to be crazy, how this is going to change. Essentially, the Smart Engine is going to become much smarter. I just saw it today. It's freaking awesome. I don't want to talk more about it, but it's going to be really, really cool. And I can't be more excited than unveiling this on January 21st. We're going to have a call with you guys, and we're going to unveil a lot of great things. SwissBorg and the Thematics. So we are going to change from the Thematics to crypto bundles, and essentially the crypto bundles is going to be similar. The main difference, though, it's that it's going to be playing tactically a little bit better. So the reallocation of the bundles is going to be more active. It's going to be based on data-driven quantitative models. And this is going to be really nice to see that. What you're going to see as well, which is very important, is that we lower down 50% of the monthly subscription fee. So this is really, really good. We want people to take part in it. There's going to have as well a Borg boost. We talked about that in the last monthly Borg call. Which is very important here. It means that 10% of Borg will be allocated when you buy the Thematics, but they won't be rebalanced. So even if the Borg goes to the moon and goes 10x, it'll still be there, that 10%, right? Because these are fees that to get into it. And then for the golden Thematic, which is a little bit smaller, will be 5%. So this is something that's very important. It will push the SwissBorg ecosystem, and at the same time, it will enable you to, sorry, at a better price. I'm still a bit sick from a week ago. And regarding the crypto, bundles, some of them have done crazy. Like Best of Blockchain, 150% last year. The RWA did 10x in 6 months. 10x, crazy numbers. People always talk about, oh yeah, but the it's a bit expensive to pay 3%. Who cares about paying 3% of management of subscription fees if you've done like 10x? These are things I don't understand. What people like always concentrate only on the prices. What you have to concentrate it's on the delivery of where you go to this magic destination, and that's the most important, especially in finance. So the names are pretty much the same. Nothing's going to change that much there. With Earn, we have some new things happening. SwissBorg season, so you're going to be able to stake for the season 5. Go for it. It's free of risk. BorgPad 2025 is going to be an amazing one. There's so much more to done. Obviously, AA agent is something that we've really talked about it. If you look at A16Z compared to the rest, they have done extremely well with virtual, which was the token that was really the big one of AI agents. Well, we have built this with our friends. We haven't built it, but Momate has built it, and many of you have already participated in it, which is really cool. This will happen on BorgPad on the 14th, so next week. There'll be a public FTV that will be at TG price will be at 35 million, and the pre-sale on BorgPad will be at 18.75, which is really nice with a 6-month linear vesting. The raise cap will be $375,000 worth in Borg tokens. Plus a 2 million investment commitment, which is great. 100% of liquidity pool is burned. Token listing SwissBorg out within 24 hours, like always. This is going to be a great one. We're very, very excited about that. And for the alpha investors update, there's enhanced vesting terms. We really negotiate in the best way possible to have a 6-month cliff and then 12-month linear. So the new terms right now will be no cliff and 3 months linear. So you will really able to get most of your tokens very rapidly, which is really cool. So thank you very much for the Momate to have agreed with this. Increased TG unlock as well. We want to unlock 30% than the original 15%, which is really cool. And to align to our better than sex philosophy, we've secured a reduced FTV from 50 million to 33 million. So all in all, it's great. It's got much more. So you receive 50% more tokens for the investment amount that you have. Marketing update, Christmas promotion. 28 of you are going to get the lucky, beautiful silver coins of the SwissBorg. This is really good edition, special edition for the 7 years. For limit orders as well, congrats for the person that made the best call ever. That was at 90,303.13, 797 euros, and the actual price was the closest order limit was actually at 90,302 euros, which was really, really close when you think about it. So congratulations for making money and even receiving more with that money made. We have some meetups coming up. Please take part in it. It's January 8th will happen in Valais, Paris, and Brussels that same night. And we'll have one in Geneva too, which is going to be really cool. And more than that, we have a lot of different events happening. Intro à la crypto, which will happen in Neuchâtel. Unfortunately, this one is already fully booked. But we'll have more, I think so, in March. And we have one in Paris as well. January 30th, which is going to be really cool. I heard there's going to be one in Berlin and somewhere other places. I'll be attending Crypto XR as well, which is going to be really cool. And I'll be doing some DeFi panels, which is nice. We have more events when I'm going to attend and other people as well. We're going to have some guest star speakers as well. We're going to have a winter tour that will happen on Monday, 27th of January in London, which is going to be really cool. Then we'll have the following day in Brussels, which again, I'll be attending. The following day will be in Paris, which is going to be very nice to as well. We'll have then the following week in Lausanne and Zurich as well. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be great speakers. We're going to talk about some updates about the SwissBorg. We talk about the MEX and unveiling how this MEX is going to evolve itself. We're going to be talking about the new things about SwissBorg ecosystem, of course, and talk about, of course, this cycle and how to make the best out of it. If you want to take part of it, it's very important to scan this, and please check it out. It's going to be really cool ones. Again, invite your friends, your family, loved ones to these different ones. I'll be there, and many people will too, so check it out. Borg and governance, you guys have voted to chapter 3, which was a very important chapter, is how we could bootstrap liquidity together as a community members. And you guys have voted on the question, should allocation of every BorgPad deal be reserved for the SwissBorg community directly in the app? What did you vote? Yes or no? Yes or no? Man, that was a huge yes. 8,700 people have participated. Over 8,151 voted. Yes, that really shows that you guys want to have your hands on it. It makes completely sense. And for that, I do respect you guys. Talking about Borg and some data, things are going quite well. And the Borg itself, the price action is good too. The amount of new premium users as well is pumping a little bit, 292, which is good. However, SwissBorg app and data compare of 2 weeks ago is not as good. Obviously, Christmas and the New Year's, some took some off, and that's fine. I did too. I did not trade too much, which makes sense to sometimes to just chill a bit. Which brings us to Community Next, which is only a 5.0. Nevertheless, I think so still a great one. And the one from the previous week was 5.5, and the one from Christmas was actually 8.3, which was extremely high. So congrats for the beautiful bouquet final of the end of the year. Beautiful Borgers, Happy New Year to you guys again. I hope this year will enable you guys to have the healthy habits and the wealthy habits to build a fantastic 2025 for yourself, for your loved ones, and for this beautiful planet. I started 2025 and saying, okay, what are the healthy habits that I have to do? Got back to sport, did some skiing. That was a lot of fun. I'm trying back to do my push-ups and pull-ups every day. I did meditate a lot during this vacation. I tried to as well to always, what I forget is you really try to envision your success and to image it by small things. It doesn't really matter. It could be whatever you really think, and have those little signs that remind you, okay, that you're going to get there, and you're going to dream about it, and then you're going to break down your small objectives, your big objective into small little objectives, and try to get there in the best way possible, and hopefully bring many people with you in this success. I think so. This is something that are very, very important to do. And, building your wealth with crypto is obviously, the great sector to be invested in. It's, you've done 2025, which was great. 2024 was great. I think so 2025 is going to be a great year as well. And how you do that is building maybe a portfolio of 10 tokens, or buying into the Thematics if you don't want to do the work yourself. Being able to invest on a monthly basis to get into it, right? To do DC in, DC out as well. Take some profits is always very important. And have fun while doing it. It's very important to have fun while doing it. If you're not having fun, you're missing out one of the important pieces. Discipline doesn't mean it cannot be fun. You should just have both together. So those are the wise, I would say, words of this year. Obviously, the MEX expansion is going to be huge on 21st. I'm very excited to show you guys how this is going to be a game changer for the Borg token, for SwissBorg in general, for yourself, and even for industry standards. We're just, again, creating, innovating things that no one has ever done, that no one has achieved yet, and people have dreamed about it, and we're just delivering it for you guys, and how the Borg could really take masterpiece into this. I think this is something that's huge for us. The 10 tokens, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to cover any other tokens, just comments here, and I'll be very happy to look into it and hopefully convert it. In the app, we might have a section with my top 10 tokens. Obviously, just to make things clear, these are my tokens. I think so they're good. I think they're even great. But doesn't mean that they'll go 1 cent. I've made good calls. I made some terrible calls too. And that's how things happen, right? It's when you take risk, well, you get rewarded. Sometimes you don't get rewarded, but you learn. And these are the habits that we need to have, and hope that could help you. Obviously, it's your work to do the due diligence and to make sure you're clicking on that buy or that sell button. You have to be master of your own destiny for sure. With that ado, thank you very much for this first Pow of the year. Please like and subscribe to this channel. As always, be wealthy, be healthy, love our Borg and equity. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye.
Thank you for watching our weekly Pow Wow episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to leave a like. And if you didn't, tune in next week anyway, so that you can figure out if it's better then. Bye.